Yeah, I
Like,
wish.
go Hawaii somewhere, dog.
Hawaii. Oh yeah. Speaking of we're actually no good segue into this, but we started streaming. So if someone can have us pulled
I
up,
see the stream.
all right, but don't have the audio so we won't have conflicting of audios. You know what I'm
Somebody
saying?
comment already. No, hold up.
Someone already commented. Yeah, I'm the one.
I can't see.
Don't say that.
Don't
Rebuke that devil.
I'll rebuke it.
Yeah.
Hey, so when you
Whoa.
guys see the video, you guys see me on the live broadcast too.
No. We see. Hey, we see your thumbnail. Speaking of thumbnails, look a fresh, new, and improved thumbnail. You see that, 8-bit?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, man. Look, it only took a couple minutes. What? Y'all gonna miss that baby?
No, indeed. We are
Not even.
not even. See, 8-bit can freely this test your baby openly.
Now I can
It's,
share. Now I can share this link with all my fans.
see,
I wasn't sharing this channel at all because of that baby.
see, fresh.
No.
You done messed it up. You done messed it up. But look. Viewers, whoa, Mr. Robot.
All I have to say is this about the logo. Why a frog, you ask? Or probably in your mind, why a frog? Well, look, it's a long story with that. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Let's just say it's about.
Are you still looking for the princess to turn you to a king?
Exactly. You got it. Look at it. Yeah, that's why they called him Professor.
Yeah. He ahead of his time. He's ahead of his time. But yeah, viewers, just some house cleaning. We do this every week at 5 p.m. U.S. Central Time. We're kind of over a little bit, but we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about some stuff happening in the gaming world. This is the S series of Gaming Talk, to be specific. 47S. We did 47 last week, which was pretty good. Go and follow us. Subscribe to us on iTunes, Stitcher, Radio, and also SoundCloud. Put reviews up on there. Give us some good reviews. Listen to us on your daily commute. We do this so you can be entertained, but we also do this because, look, we have a lot to say. And look, thank you for joining us. I'm here with my homies, Professor 8-bit and PrinceThaGamer. In the description, you can find them and subscribe to their channels. But without further ado, let's get on with Gaming Talk 47S. Yo, what's up, y'all? This your boy Raw coming at you. Raw, hope your day is all well and bless you for stopping by. God bless you. This is Gaming Talk 47S, like I just said. And we're streaming this on the gamingfordays.raw channel. Join us. If you're listening to this on the audio form, join us and put your thoughts in the comment section and hashtag like the content. Like I said earlier, I'm joined with PrinceThaGamer and Professor 8-bit. Thank you, fellas, for joining me.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
We always appreciate you know what I'm saying? We always appreciate it, man. That's all I'm saying.
Man.
Awesome. Totally agree.
Woo woo. Y'all trying to make a brother cry up in here. But whoa! But look, we do this thing. We do this thing, Gaming Talk. This is the S series, so we're gonna chill. Remember, in the description, you can find their channel links and hashtag like all their content. And
hashtag like. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Look, we're just gonna start the show off with what just happened. Red Dead Redemption 2. This is gaming news. Let's just go into it. Red Dead Redemption 2 reaction, guys. Did y'all see the trailer?
Yes, sir, we did. Well, I did.
Professor?
Yes, I did.
All right. Now, let's get the elephant out the room, right? Let's get the elephant out the room.
What?
All that might be cutscenes, and it might be in engine, the graphics, but as far as gameplay, we didn't see gameplay in that trailer.
Okay.
We didn't actually see someone controlling a character in the and you know what I'm hearing? The main character, that guy, the main character, he's not even who we're playing as, or he's not even the main guy we're playing as. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Arthur Morgan. Good call. Good shout out. So, what do you guys think about the trailer? Let's start with Professor 8-bit because I had an earful of fresh talking about the trailer off mic. So, He's gonna go after you, 8-bit. Go.
It wasn't too impressive. I mean, visually, I think it looked a little bit better than the first trailer. But like I said, the lack of actual gameplay, I don't know. I was just hoping I would see something like that, or at least there's only one guy I've seen there from the original Red Dead Redemption. I didn't see anything else.
So
but it wasn't too impressive.
So with the Roman numeral 2, me and Fresh was talking, like I said, off mic. Do you think they're going the whole GTA route? You know, they're going the whole, hey, this is Red Dead Redemption 2, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be using the last game as a reference. Like Red Dead Revolver, if you remember, was the Red Dead before Redemption. And some would say, hey, there's connections. But to be honest, I can't really say Red Dead Revolver or Redemption is a sequel from Red Dead Revolver. You know how GTA 5
John Marston is the same. It's John
what
Marston.
I mean is you don't have to play the Revolver to enjoy Redemption. You get what I mean? And do you think that's where it's going, 8-bit, or do you think it's going to benefit you if you played the first one?
I don't think it's going to have the same storyline because, like I said, I only saw one person that transferred over from Redemption, and I don't see any other player from the original. I honestly think that we were seeing one tale of maybe multiple players, because on the original trailer they had like eight people on a horse.
Yes.
Well, this one, I mean, they only showed one, and last time they showed another. I think we're seeing different stories. I think it's be able to switch like Grand Theft Auto 5, but instead of 3, you have 8.
Wow. Okay. So you think we might be able to switch between 8 characters?
I think so. I mean, they showed 8 horsemen or people on a horse,
and this is coming off of
2 different people on trailer 1 and trailer 2 is 2 different people and 2 different stories.
Yeah, Freshie has a point. Now,
I agree.
If they don't do 8, they might be safe and do 3, like how they did GTA 5, jumping from place to place with 3 characters. And it makes sense because if it's 8, then that means we're expecting 8 trailers before the release of this game. Okay.
I mean, look at Far Cry 4. So they showing all them trailers.
Well, Rockstar, they don't really show too much, right? Like their trailers are like events. You know what I mean?
Let me take that back. I'm sorry. There's 7 of them, not 8.
Okay, the 7 horsemen sound biblical.
7 people on a horse. Well, there's 7 people they're showing on there. On the new Red Dead Redemption 2, like the cover of it.
Yes.
They show 7 people standing there.
I feel you on this. Now, do you think, Fresh, do you dig what 8-bit is saying right now? Actually, let's just go from the top. What do you think about the trailer?
Well, I mean, I know you heard different from me earlier, but just looking through, doing my research for like an hour or two, hearing that it's running on the base PS4 and on your comment about you saying that it might not be in game and some of them might be cutscenes. Well, the game, to be honest with you, the game don't look that impressive to me as far as the landscape of it, because the characters look cool, but there is some things in that game that need a little bit of help, like in the background. I saw when the dude, I don't know if you remember when the dude was sitting on a rock, like in the background, the plants look like paper. Like I think it was in game. Like I don't think they hiding anything. They like, nah, that's the way the graphics gonna look in game, because the grass did not look really well, like not nothing crazy like, oh, this is a cutscene. Definitely it's a lie. I think what they showing us, they telling the truth what might be in game, because Red Dead Redemption looked on point and the grass didn't look half bad, but this one, yeah, I think that we saw is in game. But here's the problem. I think Rockstar, you know how they cocky and they like, oh, we can show anything we want. It could be a boring trailer and they could still do well. But to be honest, I'm looking at them as like they humble and they could just throw out any kind of trailer. Man, to be honest with you, bro, I don't think they have any idea what they doing with Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm sorry. I believe that there was a reason that they did not show it at E3. Was it last year or this year or whatever? Was it last year they were supposed to show it?
No,
After
this
God of
year.
War? This year.
Yeah, this year after they ended it with Days Gone. See, Days Gone trailer should have happened and then that gameplay, but instead they put that gameplay at the end of the trailer.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think they got a clue what's going on with that game. Even the developer. I'm sorry. I don't think they have an idea what they're doing because, look, man, it's just not right. And spring 2018, we just gonna get there, and it's gonna get delayed till fall because that's when they drop their games and they sell the best when it's near the holidays. So don't hold your breath.
Don't hold your breath. Well, Fresh over here with the doom and gloom.
Well, you said okay. Hold on, what was your question though?
My question was, what do you think about the trailer? But you still brought the doom and gloom. But I'll say this. I'll say my impressions real quickly. The trailer it reminded me of Uncharted. Them graphics though. Like the facial animations are better than GTA 5 and the graphics are definitely better than GTA 5. That was their latest game. But dude, those facial animations, to be honest, 8-Bit and Fresh, I think Rockstar's best facial animations were L.A. Noire. L.A. Noire's facial animations, in my opinion, were better than GTA 5 and also better than what we saw in this Red Dead Redemption trailer. And why I say that is because it was one-to-one with the actors. The documentary of the making of L.A. Noire talked about how it was so difficult to put in hair. So obviously that, I bet you that just was more work, more hard to do, that L.A. Noire. And to keep that quality up, that probably would have bust some backs over there at Rockstar. And obviously they went the route of, because I'm not trying to dog on the animations or the graphics on Red Dead 2. I'm just saying that they looked animated. You know what I mean, guys? They looked animated, like instead of it being realistic and stuff like that, it looked animated. That's no problem. I'm not gonna go as far as to say they look cartoony, but Uncharted 4, Horizon Zero Dawn, they all fit. It feels like Rockstar borrowed Sony's people. You know what I mean? And it looked like Uncharted. But I really wish that Rockstar, instead of going that route, they went backwards and did L.A. Noire, because like I said, they did L.A. Noire's facial graphics to me just looked out of this world, and still does if you go look at it now.
No, man.
Yeah.
Nah.
Because that's what I pulled out of it. I felt like since they didn't show gameplay, I was like, okay, forget that. Let me see what else is about this trailer. And it's the graphics. The environments look awesome, but when they zoomed in on that facial feature, I thought that was a deleted scene from Uncharted 4. It really does look like that. Me and Fresh actually concluded that before this call. Yeah. He said it looked like Uncharted.
Do look like Uncharted. That blue shade light shining on his forehead and all. Like it do look like that. You know how Uncharted got that little shade on him. Yeah, it's crazy. But so how did you feel about like the characters though? Like did you feel like anybody that stood out to you that you knew about? You ain't play it yet, but
yeah, I don't really have a standout character just yet. But you know, I'll say this: I'm interested, right? Like it feels like if you are playing 3 different characters, you have this one guy who you're playing. Obviously, he's this bounty hunter. Feels like that's what he is. He's a bounty hunter. The other guy in the first trailer, the one that we was listening to, he sounded like he was on the run. Or not even that. He sounded like he was bounty. I feel like, okay, Fresh, you saw the trailer multiple times. If you were to give the summary, what would it be for Red Dead 2?
Red Dead 2. Okay, I'm just gonna bring 8-Bit's theory into this story. Now, what he said might be pinpointed, and I think it depends on the scale of this game. If we are playing as 8 characters, or 7 characters, or going from character to character, depending on what mission we go into. As far as like if we meet up with a character, oh, this mission, the camera might switch to that person. We probably can't do it on the fly, but there might be eight stories about eight. I'm sorry, seven stories about 7 different people. So look, I think what's going on right now, it has something to do with the past of I think John Marston got something to do with this, dog. I think somebody grown up as a child and they like, look, man, somebody did this to my father, so I want revenge too. I mean, it is Red Dead Redemption 2. You know what I'm saying? Like you how you go from Red Dead Revolver and then completely new story to Red Dead Redemption. All right, we done with that story. We got our redemption. We got our revenge and everything. Why are you making Red Dead Redemption 2? So I think it has something to do with the past, definitely, and they want their revenge. Somebody's upset, and they like, I don't care. I'm going all out. I'm taking over this town. I'm taking over the city. So we dealing with somebody who's dangerous. But I believe that we have not seen or scratched the surface of who will we be going up against. We ain't see the main antagonist yet. We have not. Definitely not. I believe that. We ain't see the protagonist either. I think these characters are just like 8-Bit said. These are different characters that's on the side that has something to do with it, and that's connected. Definitely. That's why they're not making a big deal of these trailers. Think about it. They're not making a big deal about it is because of it's probably that. Because they didn't say
now,
meet.
I noticed Raw keeps going back to saying 3 characters, but are you saying that because you think 7's too many?
Well, I say 7 is. So it'll be interesting to have literally 7 people to manage, but in a video game, I think that's a little bit too much. Now, if you was in an RPG like a Final Fantasy game or a Dragon Age Inquisition RPG, whatever you want to think of, like it'll make sense. You know, you have all these characters helping you out at the same time, but 7 characters in a game like GTA or a game like a third-person action adventure game, I think that's a little bit too much to manage.
You got to think of gameplay, because I see where he's going. You got to think of gameplay, and because Red Dead Redemption 1 was one of the biggest maps at the time, period. Like people was hype over Red Dead Redemption's map and how huge it was. And I think traveling by horse and carriage and all that in the first game, like I think Red Dead Redemption 2 may have to be 7 player. I don't think you can fast travel. I think your fast travel may be a different character. That's what it might be. Your fast travel is changing to a different character. Because if the map is that big, you may have to play as 7 people. Because look at GTA 5. GTA 5, okay, 3 people. Maybe they might emphasize on that mechanic with the next game, which is Red Dead Redemption. They going whatever they learned in GTA 5, they might bring it into Red Dead and capitalize on it. I believe that.
Yes, indeed. Well, look, we ain't gonna know nothing, and maybe PSX might have another trailer. Hopefully, gameplay will be with it. Write in the comment section, everybody, if you're watching this on YouTube. Do you think the trailer did enough to hold you over until the next time we see anything about Red Dead Redemption 2? Let me know in the comment section.
We saw 2 guns.
You say it again, Fresh?
I said that's all I wanted to see in the trailer was 2 guns. Somebody shooting 2 guns. That confirms. Yeah, dual wielding. I love that in the first game. So that was good enough for me.
Yes, indeed. Well,
it's
what'd you say, 8-Bit?
I just looked at something here. Okay. So there's a part in the trailer. Okay, while you guys were talking here real quick, something that kind of stood out to me. If you go to the house where it shows a kid, he kind of looks like a really young kid, like a teenager or something like that. If you look at that trailer, you see a house in the back. That house is Red Dead. That's his original home in the ending.
See, it's something to do with the past, though.
So you're telling me, the way I'm seeing it, you're telling me that kid is Marsh?
No, that kid. No. That kid is definitely either Marsh or Marsh's son.
No, this is a prequel. This is a
dude that
prequel. This is
right
definitely
now,
a prequel.
I think
no prequel.
That's his grandpa.
Wait. He looks old, or is he a teenager? Like,
No,
is he?
He looks like a teenager, like a kid.
That might be John Marston. Like, this is definitely a prequel. A lot of people are concluding that it's a prequel.
That might be Jack Marston then, because what you mean? No. Jack Marston is his son.
Yeah, but this is not happening during Red Dead Redemption 2. Red Dead Redemption 1.
If they wanted to call this Red Dead Redemption, if this was a prequel, it wouldn't be 2. This is like
that's not necessarily true.
Yeah, that's not necessarily true.
There's a lot of games that have said 2 or 3, and then you're playing the alpha.
All right. Well, you think we playing this? We might be playing the flashbacks, dog. This is what might be happening.
A flashback?
That house looks exactly the same in the trailer. If you go in the trailer, if you go to point 33, that scene right there with that teenager and the house in the back, that matches the house that's in the ending of Red Dead Redemption. The first.
I'm sorry, bro. I don't want to stay on this too long, but let me ask you a question, 8-bit. Do you remember anything that, like, what was going on with John Marston and why he got shot up like that? Do you remember what happened before that? Like, anything before on the reason?
Wait a second. Are we dropping spoilers, dog?
Oh, we can't.
Spoilers. Nobody.
We dropping spoilers, though?
You saw the game, dog.
No, man. Listen, other people might not have. Look, I don't like spoilers, especially if you don't even say spoiler alert.
The game is 10 years.
Man, look, we're gonna move on. Look, at the end of the day, tell me if y'all like the trailer. But look, let's move on to what games we're playing. This is a segment of what games we're playing. We're gonna get back to gaming news, but tell me, guys, what games are you playing? Starting with Fresh, PrinceThaGamer. Tell me what games you're playing, bro.
Games I'm playing right now at the moment, definitely. We already know I'm still trying to beat that Horizon Zero Dawn. Beautiful game. I discovered something I did not know what was in the game, man. I'll tell you, every time I play that game, I find something new. Wow. All I gotta say is, look, shout out to Guerrilla Game. I gotta clap for them on that. Because that blew my mind when I saw. Thank God I didn't look on YouTube for this game. That's all I'm saying. Look, if you got a game and you having a hard time, look, just play through it. Just figure it out, because that's the best way. So I've been playing that. I've been playing that Fortnite Battle Royale, 100 players, tearing it up. I still haven't gotten the first place yet, but my close was 3, and that was with Raw. When we was playing together, man, we got tore up by one guy on the mountain, dog. Like, he was trying to heal me. He was building a fort. We didn't put no roof on the fort. Or he probably shot the roof down real quick. But yeah, man, that was the closest I got, was 3rd place. But I'm gonna jump back in there later and play it. And also, what else I'm playing is Firewatch. I'm jumping back in there to beat that. That game winning too many awards, so I'm like, hold up, it's encouraging me to play that game again. So now I'm jumping in.
That's right, man. Let me just jump on that Fortnite right quick. Fortnite is now free. Okay, if you have an internet connection, if you have a PlayStation 4, if you have an Xbox One, and if you have a PC, all you need to do is sign up to their account on Epic Games. It's free. If you want to try out the game called Fortnite Battle Royale, basically PUBG, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds with a few twists.
I say beta.
Battlegrounds. But look, a few twists in that mug. A few twists. You can build anything you want, and you can destroy anything you want. Up to 99 players, and now there's teams. So 8-bit, you got to download that G so we can play together.
Yeah, we do, man. We gotta play that. Yeah.
And on PS4 Pro, and I believe on PS4 and Xbox One, it's at 60 frames. But I don't know about PS4 and Xbox One if it's at 60 frames on the console. But for a fact on PS4 Pro, it is 60 frames. So you got no excuse. I know how you don't like low frames. I know how you don't like that. So
hold up. I played it on original PS4, and it runs
62?
beautiful.
All right,
Yeah,
perfect.
60 on there too.
Perfect.
Speaking of players that's already in game right now and having a good time enjoying it. They had a developer update today. I think today, a couple hours ago. They're bringing duos into the squad. Character what stats and all that gonna be up there. What else they said?
Leaderboards.
Yeah, leaderboards
And
gonna
cosmetics, different
inventory and stuff.
I wonder what that might entail, the cosmetics. Do you think you might be able to choose how you're gonna look before you get into a match? Like I'm talking about, like how it's randomized on who you are.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to be like they're going to throw some of the PvE features in the PvP mode as far as not customization, but like you said, what character you want. Maybe might even be weapon start offs. Like, to be honest with you, like I know when you land on the map and we gotta look for guns and all that, but sometimes, man, that don't work out for some people. It don't, because as soon as you get in the game, you get shot.
Yeah, I'm done.
I know people get shot as soon as they land on the ground. So
okay, let me say this though. The game is free, right? So what does that what did that do? I wanted to bring this up. For the first 2 days, it was on top of the Twitch most viewed and played game, man. So this is the problem, though. The servers just started jacking up on the second day, and that, I guess, turned off a lot of people, and now it's back a little bit lower in, I guess you could say, the being streamed. Like, it's in 4th place or 7th. But look, I'm just glad people are playing Fortnite, because I really do believe in that game and hope that everybody get to try it, and those who are enjoying it stay playing it. Hopefully those cosmetics and leaderboards come quickly, because that will definitely encourage people to stay with the game.
Right.
But anyway, that was Fortnite, and that's a game Fresh is playing. Fresh, you done with what games you're playing?
Yeah, I'm done with games playing. Yep. Cop that game. It's free. It's free. It's free. You can go download it now.
That's right. 8-bit. What game are you playing, you mother hubby?
Now, when you're saying the servers are down for Fortnite, you're talking about on PlayStation 4?
I was saying the servers. Well, we only playing on PS4, but they actually sent a tweet out saying that all of it was acting up, and they said that they fixed it. Well, actually, they said they're working on fixing it. So I can't tell.
I played it earlier.
He played it earlier. He said he first played it earlier, and he said he was in. So look, if you're playing Fortnite on PC, Xbox One, or PS4, you should be able to get in now. But yesterday it was definitely acting up. They put a big old tweet message. Yeah.
Cool. I'm installing it right now on PC.
Good. Stream it. Beat PUBG on Twitch. That's the biggest game being streamed. That and League of Legends. Anyway. Yeah, download it also on download on PS4 too, so you can play with us. What'd you say, Fresh?
Now I was telling him he better download it on PS4 too.
Well, hey, but what?
Well, I'm trying it on PC because it literally takes me only like 3 minutes to download it. Versus PlayStation 4, I'll try it out on PC. If I like it, then you know what I mean.
Oh, okay. He's trying to get in it as fast as he can. Respect. He might actually start playing it during this podcast. What games are you playing, 8-bit?
I will never play a game on the podcast.
I heard that Zelda one time when you was on the podcast. So
what you talking about, Zelda?
Nah, you got to know that I play that game too, so I know the sound effects. So I heard you playing that game.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Nah, you don't know.
You're hallucinating.
No, we ain't in no Sahara Desert. We know what we hear. So look, tell us what you playing.
Metroid Samus Returns. I just got done playing that one last night on the 3DS, and got 100% on that. Man, that game's awesome. You guys got to get it.
Yeah, He said the 3DS. You heard that, man?
I hear that, man.
The 3DS.
That 3DS.
Right.
That thing still.
70. It's almost at 70 million sold.
Wow! Look, that thing hanging in there strong. Look at that, a handheld.
Look,
right.
Speaking of
like I said in my video before, I've never seen a Nintendo handheld fail.
All right, let me say this right now, though. Speaking of handhelds, Sony. This is going back to gaming news. Sony said that they wasn't worried about Nintendo Switch cutting into PS4 sales, and they're not worried about the handheld market. They're focused on the living room, PS4 and PSVR. Now,
well, can you blame them?
Well, listen, I can't look. Vita is Vita. They actually said Vita, PS Vita, their latest handheld, is only doing well in Japan, not in the West. Mm-hmm. But look at Nintendo Switch. It's doing real well in the West. Do you think? Go ahead.
Yeah, but they don't have that first party like Nintendo does. They don't have those games that are really good to take with you, like Pokemon.
I mean, well,
you know, all those games is what really makes people want to get them, and the fan base is huge. The PlayStation 4 doesn't, or PlayStation or Sony doesn't have, or Xbox doesn't have something that you can just take it with you and go.
Hold up, Sony does have it. It's PS Vita, and there's still new games coming out for it.
No, I'm talking about the games. The games.
Well, listen. There's games still coming out for Vita. Don't act like that junk is not alive somewhere in the world. Like, look.
Yeah, but to Sony, it wasn't a success.
To Sony, it wasn't a success in the West.
Correct, and that's what the PSP too. The PSP didn't sell too well either.
Well, listen. Let me say this about Sony's games. Now, Nintendo has did the impossible. They actually have console quality games on the go with Doom coming, with NBA 2K. Now, look, I'm not saying these games because a lot of reviewers for NBA 2K on the Switch say there's a lot of bugs on it. So, you know, bugs gonna get patched and fixed, but still, at the end of the day, it's still a console game on the go. And Doom, hopefully that don't have no bugs. But then we hear rumor of Rockstar releasing Grand Theft Auto 5 on the Nintendo Switch. Like, if this comes true, if this is rumor, and let me say this, the news behind that, right? It was from a guy who predicted L.A. Noire and was right about that on Twitter, right? The tweet reads from Nimble, all right? Vern, who teased L.A. Noire way before its announcement, does the same with GTA V for Switch, NeoGaf. Look, all I gotta say is, if this is true, like I said, Nintendo is doing the impossible. And to be honest, Fresh, if Zelda was the only thing that ever came out on the Switch, man, obviously everybody will say it has no games, but that game right there really does. It really does give it reason.
You know, it's funny how a lot of people, I'm looking all over the internet and on Facebook or whatnot, and I notice how a lot of people are like, well, you know, it's trash because it's 30 FPS, it's 720p. And I'm like, that's not the point. The point is you can take it with you.
Yeah.
That is the big seller. Who cares if it runs at 30 FPS? You can't really tell that much on a little screen. Now, if you put it on your TV, then you'll notice it a lot more. But if you have it on the go in a tiny little screen, something like 720p and
if I'm playing a game like that, I don't care about
not noticeable. There's the guys that like IGN, GameSpot, they played it at one of the conventions.
You talking about Doom?
They said it almost seems like it's running at 60. They don't understand why it looks that way.
You talking about Doom?
Why it looks like it's running at 60, but it's not.
You are.
You talking about
Doom? Every single person has played it for Doom has said that it doesn't. It says it runs at 30, but it doesn't look that way. It doesn't. When you're playing it, it doesn't feel that way. It feels like it's running smooth.
That's how I feel about Horizon. It's just because it's a solid frame rate. When stuff is solid, it doesn't matter. To be honest with you. Now, look, everybody wants 60. Woohoo! Speaking of 60 in Nintendo Switch, Mario Odyssey is going to hit 60 frames for both its docked and handheld version. So some would wonder, games built up from the ground up for Switch, you know, is 60 because that will mark every exclusive on Nintendo Switch is at 60 FPS. I'm talking about Nintendo 60 FPS Nintendo Switch game. Yeah, it's nothing new, but you know, it continues with Mario.
What's even more surprisingly is that they were able to run games at 60 on the Wii.
Mm-hmm. On the Wii, yeah, on the Wii, yeah, we won.
The original Wii, Mario Galaxy and Galaxy 2 are 60.
Yeah.
Mario Kart is 60. Mario World, no. Is it Mario World? Yeah. Those games running at 60. It's a Wii. I mean, it's like GameCube.
Yep.
Like a little slightly higher than GameCube.
Yes, indeed. Well, look. If Nintendo can keep this up with, you know, third-party games on the go, that's going to be impressive because, you know, Skyrim is an old game, but it is coming. But like I said, GTA 5, that's an old game, 2013 when it came out. I believe 2013. But look, at the end of the day, if they can keep it up, then at the end of the day, that's justified. Also, Wolfenstein, the new one, that's coming too.
Wolfenstein too.
Well, that's 2018.
Yeah, still a new game, not an old game.
Releasing the same day as the consoles.
Mm.
No, it's coming next year.
Nah.
No, I think they did say that, 8-bit. I think they did say Wolfenstein is next year.
They're coming out next year for the Switch?
Yes.
Yeah. Consoles is coming out the 27th.
Kind of sad.
Look. 8-bit, too funny. But they're just trying to make sure it's right. See, last week we was talking about how, you know, PC and consoles should all come out at the same time. See, if they would have held back or keep hostage the Wolfenstein for consoles so Switch and everybody can come out at once and PC can come out at once, then it would have to go up against freaking God of War, Spider-Man, and all these other Sony exclusives that's coming out beginning of next year. So
it's still doing it. It's still
going up. Yeah, it's going against big titans, but come on now. I'm sorry, man. People have been waiting for God of War 4 and Spider-Man for 2 years already. Nobody was waiting for no Wolfenstein. Oh, no, I'm playing. Let me stop.
Yeah, that's coming next year. But look, I'm just going to say this real quick because, you know, Sony's, you know, answer to that. Well, you got it. Look, get in where you fit in, man. That's all I'm saying. If Nintendo dominating the handheld market, at least PlayStation tried all these years with PlayStation, PSP, doing it with PS Vita. They tried, and I'm not saying it's a failure, but they at least still in that area. They exist in that area. Xbox do not exist in the handheld market at all. So it's just Nintendo and Sony, and they
and mobile phones.
Yeah, and mobile phones. As far as gaming, like you know, the hardcore main games that we like to talk about.
Get out of here. No, I'm bringing in mobile phones.
It might not have no Candy Crush.
Look, no, boy, look at that new game coming to the iPhone X, dog.
Out of here. Look. I'm trying to say is, like I said, Nintendo dominated the handheld market. They still going to do it with the Switch like they did with 3DS. Probably even sell more than the 3DS with Switch. But I will say this: they may have console games coming to the Switch, but I wouldn't say console quality coming to the Switch. I wouldn't say that. You got to be specific when you say that because if we talk about console quality.
No. Wait a second.
No. You can rephrase it as portable quality.
No. You can say console quality game because listen, console quality games. No, let me finish. Console quality games is like how a game plays, not how it looks, my dude. Because
I'm not talking about how it looks, bro. I'm not talking about that. Hold on, let me finish real quick. I'm talking about as far as I'm talking about on paper. Period. On paper, period.
In that case, PC gets that.
No. I'm talking about. I'm saying as far as Sony's, you know, answer to them. If we talking about who's dominating what, because you know.
No. We already agree with you there. I'm just talking about disagreeing with you. Say Nintendo Switch doesn't have console quality.
No. I'm just stating an opinion because I feel like we got to be detailed when we talk about the Switch because
no, we don't.
Look. Doom on the Switch. I'm sorry, I never played Doom on the Switch, but
I guess you can split it up.
But listen, L.A. Noire.
Hold on, what'd you say?
I know, but
look it up in categories. If you're talking about like a home experience, like a a sit down home experience, PlayStation 4,
Yes.
then you consider PlayStation 4 as the place to go.
Yeah, but
that's the portable version of it. The most powerful system and the best you can get now is the Switch, and a portable version.
And some would actually argue 8-bit with PS4 being the best place at home because PCs are you can't move that around. So that is like
laptop.
No, man, I said personal computer. I ain't mean laptop.
It is you're calling a laptop is not a personal computer?
Okay, call a laptop. No, listen. Talk about a laptop without saying laptop. Nobody ain't gonna understand.
You're talking about a desktop, not a laptop.
Of course, I'm talking about a desktop. Y'all knew what I was talking about.
A computer is a computer.
When I see PC,
okay.
Mac, gaming laptop.
Well, Mac is a PC then too. Mac PC then. Don't call it Mac then.
Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, I didn't even understand what you said.
I said Mac's a PC.
When I hear about a PC, I a desktop.
Mac is not a PC though.
It's a computer.
Well, I guess
yes, it is
personal.
Yes, it's a personal computer. But
exactly.
But it's not a.
It's not a Windows PC.
It's not a Windows PC.
It's a Macintosh PC. So I can say PC. See, that's why we look. When I say computer and PC, I mean desktop. Y'all should know this. When I say laptop, I mean laptop. Okay.
When I hear somebody saying a PC, I think of a desktop station with a screen, a monitor.
Talking about this.
No, but I mean, are you saying that you can't take PC? You can't have PC on the go?
No. What I'm saying is, people will argue when you said if you want something at home, to play games. People will say that a PC is that too. You can hook it up to your TV.
PC is everything. You could do editing. You could do video editing.
I'm talking about gaming, man.
Oh.
But look. At the end of the day. We went off on that because you mentioned handhelds, and I just wanted to throw in that whole Sony's about that not being about that life.
I know, but I'm saying they about that. Look, they like you said, they trying to focus on VR and what they good at, what they dominate. See, that's what 3DS doing. They dominate the handheld market, so they're gonna continue doing it. Sony, they worry about they focused on games, and they focused on that VR, and that's all they need to worry about.
PS4 and VR, that's all they worrying about.
At least they got
if nothing is imitated by the Xbox or by a PlayStation 4, this will be the first time that they don't copy Nintendo.
It's the first time. You're right.
You said it. The first time what? I ain't catch that.
They don't copy on one of Nintendo's successes.
Yeah.
This will be the first time.
This will be the first time, man. Let me say this right now, though. I still would like Xbox to get into the handheld biz because
they were talking about that.
They was. And I know, I mean, that's playing like okay, they would have to put all the games that they have on it, like a Halo, a Forza, a Gears. The one thing about Sony and Nintendo, at least they got different IPs that's on their systems. Like not Uncharted's there, Killzone's there, but there's different IPs. Tearaway was birthed on the Vita. Gravity Rush was birthed on the PlayStation Vita. You know what I mean? Like there's new IPs that was on it, and then with Nintendo Switch, ARMS and Snipper Clips. You know what I mean? Those games was birthed on the Switch. Like if Microsoft go on the handheld front, they would have to have new IPs on it. But everybody knows new Microsoft IPs never do well for some reason. I don't get it.
You playing with Microsoft? If Microsoft come out,
it kind of makes sense why they don't succeed.
Why they don't succeed, 8-bit?
The install base is small.
Okay, moving on. Any games that you're playing? Any other games that you're playing? 8-bit, because that's what we jumped off.
Oh yeah, that's right. Right now I just I jumped on Destroy All Humans on PlayStation 4. And Legend of K Anniversary on PlayStation 4.
You play Legend of K? Yeah, I'm done.
Hey, did you get to play Ocarina of Time? I might have butchered that name on Nintendo Switch.
Yes, you did. Ocarina of Time.
I'm sorry.
No, and that's a good point I want to bring up. Is the reason I'm playing those games is because I picked them up on Humble Bundle.
Oh.
You get 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 games for $8.
Nice, nice.
You get Destroy All Humans 2 on PlayStation 4, Legend of K on PlayStation 4, Battle Worlds, Deponia. It's got a high score on that. Super Dungeon Bros, Red Faction, the original, remastered, and the Unwritten Tales 2, and Arcania.
Oh, the
Arcania Complete Tale. You get all that for $8 right now, and there's only 26,000 keys left.
Hey, I want to add this too. This is about gaming, right? You said Humble Bumble. I was looking at these sales on PlayStation. There's a lot of sales. Look, Persona 5 is actually on sale for $41. But anyway, yeah, Titanfall 2, the Ultimate Edition is $27. BioShock is $29.99. This might be the same on Xbox. Usually when these sales happen on PlayStation, they're on Xbox too sometimes. But the Surge is $35.99 right now, and Overwatch is $38.99. Also, Overwatch has a free weekend, I believe, right now, if you want to go try out Overwatch for free. And also, what's the other game? Lawbreakers is also having a free weekend this weekend. So yeah, you know, when you just, you know, oh yeah, Final Fantasy, the Zodiac Age, right? On sale for $34.99. If you don't have The Last of Us, you better go get it. It's 50% off. Sale ends Monday. Price for that bad boy, I already bought it, so I would have to go in and just check. Yeah, I can hear you. The price for that game is, whoa, wait a second. Why did it say it's free for me? Well, I don't know the price of The Last, 50% off. So anyway, you just had my mind go off on that 8-bit when you said Humble Bundle.
Mm-hmm. Free was to poster up a theme for $2.
I don't think it's free though. You said free. It's not free. You said free $2 poster. What?
The free right here. I'm reading.
Yeah,
it's free. It's $2 for the Last of Us 2 theme. So go cop that $2.
Okay. But 8-bit.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Well, look, write in the comment section, what games are you guys playing? I would love to hear what you guys are playing. Rounding off this topic with me, Raiders of a Broken Planet. Go try that game out, guys. It's free. The prologue is free. The game looks phenomenal on PS4 Pro, and it probably looks on point on the normal PS4 and the Xbox One. I believe it's also on PC. 8-bit, did you ever hear of this game, Raiders of a Broken Planet?
No, I haven't.
Well, the game is rated M, so kiddies, be careful. It's real fun. It reminds me of Enslaved meets Gears of War meets Battleborn. And it's really fun. Me and Fresh played it. We didn't play it together, though. But, Fresh, what's your impressions on Raiders of a Broken Planet, which people can download right now?
Yeah, you download it right now for free. How I feel about it, like he said, it brings me back to Enslaved, Odyssey to the West. That was one of my favorite games. It kind of has that art style and feeling to it. It really brings me back to the days of like PS3 and Xbox 360. Like those like childhood days of it. I don't know how old y'all are, but that's my childhood at 360 and the PS3. So that's my late childhood. It just brought back memories. Yeah, it was a good feeling playing a game like that in this generation. Now you because you got resolution people out here and all that 4K. Like when I played that game, I felt like I was right at home where gaming need to be when I played that game. It was
just fun.
Yeah,
and it's I just want to say it's free to play, but there is missions that you can buy for $10. They're like episodes, and each have cutscenes and story in it, and they play as a map. Why is it a map? Because it's PvP in that game, but only if you're the bad guy. So it's 4v1. That reminds you of Evolve, right? It's 4v1 where you're playing as different classes, and also the antagonist is what they call the bad guy. He is versus you, but he's not alone. He's with a bunch of AI combatants. If you're playing that game and you're the antagonist, you might be getting your teeth kicked in. This is how you play as the antagonist. Spawn in with your AI buddies. Don't just keep smashing and spamming respawn button. Wait until you have a group of AI with you so you can take down the other team easily. And also, grabbing them is an insta kill. So know this: if they're trying to grab you, it's like a fighting game meets a shooting game. That's what another thing it reminds me of: Capcom Street Fighter. If you gave them all weapons like guns, and you know, grabbles are insta kills, and dodging is critical to your survival. That's Raiders of a Broken Planet. Go download it. Go try it out. That's a game I've been playing. But the next game I've been messing with still is that Final Fantasy. Still messing with Final Fantasy. Back and forth with it. It's a big game. It's a big game. And I'll tell you right now about Final Fantasy 15. Right now, the event for Assassin's Creed and the Chocobo event, that's up right now. That's going on right now. The DLC for Ignis, if you know about the characters in Final Fantasy 15, that is a thing happening that's coming, I believe, later this year. So I'm playing Final Fantasy to actually get to a stopping point in Chapter 7 where I could jump on the Assassin's Creed expansion for it or update for it. It's pretty wild. You have to have the season pass to actually enjoy that, I believe. But anyway, the next game is Destiny 2. Destiny 2 has put its deep claws in my back. And I'll tell you right now, it's good, man. People was asking me to review it, and I'm still thinking about that. Should I review this game? The short version, I'm enjoying myself. The long version, like I said, I might have to do a video on that. Those are the 3 games I've been playing, but to round it all off is, well, there's one more, but Fortnite. Fortnite, like I said, Battle Royale earlier with Fresh, me and him messed with it. And it's a really good experience. It's free. Go download it. To round it all off, honestly, is Zelda. I'm still messing with Zelda. I'm actually a bit treating Zelda like a mobile phone game. you pick it up, you play it during minutes, and then you put it down.
Yes,
because the handheld feature of the Switch with a game like that. And 8-bit, I found a horse for the first time, man. I jumped on the butt of that horse and just was trying to control it. It was just Red Dead Redemption all over, you know, with John Marston trying to break the heart. And let me say this, 8-bit, I found the black horse, and I found out that the solid color horses are harder to break than the other one. So,
that's
wow.
right.
That's a little tip for you Zelda heads out there trying to get a horse.
Have you read up anything about that or no?
I didn't look. I'm actually not going to touch. I'm trying to stay away from YouTube about Zelda. If I miss something, too bad, so sad. But what I'm trying to do is just experience that game naked, you know, or fresh.
And I won't tell you nothing then.
Now, look, if I do come to you, don't shut the door.
All right.
Yes.
All I have to say is, eventually, if you stick with that, wow. That's all I gotta say.
Okay, thank you for spoiling the whole game for me.
Yes,
no,
sir.
I'm playing.
No,
you said yes, sir. I'm done. You said I'm happy to spoil anything for you, Raw.
Nah, I wouldn't do that.
Well, look, those are the games I'm playing. Write in the comment section. Look, 8-bit, is Fresh trying to say something? Because when his mic go off like that, you don't hear nothing.
Nah, I said no. My mic go off when y'all talk. Y'all each other's mics go off too. So what I'm trying to say is, don't you ever oh, wow. compare that game to Red Dead Redemption.
Red Dead Redemption? Why not? The both breaking the horses mechanics are similar.
Yeah. And Zelda's bigger than Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, it is bigger than Red Dead.
Yeah,
oh no, no.
I thought you just said it's not about graphics. Earlier you said it's about how game's supposed to be.
Yeah, exactly.
How you being a hypocrite in 10 minutes?
I'm gonna tell you why. It's because everybody fighting me with it, so I gotta fight back.
Nobody fighting you. Who fought you today?
I'm just saying that. I see more than 20 people in that comment section of Zelda trailer and gameplay talking about, oh, it look better than any game they ever seen in their life. Look,
I don't know about look better.
Hold on, wait a second though. Some people look. It don't matter. It's other people's opinions. What people think.
People fighting.
Look, you think Horizon is the best game who ever walked on the planet. Like everybody's different.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not saying that. I'm saying
more about mechanics and the mechanics of the game and how deep the game is, like where you can go and do things like that. The discovery of things. That's what I really
think
like.
Fresh has just a vendetta against Zelda because he is too much praise. He's seen too many people praise it.
Exactly. It's like,
have you played it?
He said he played 5 minutes of it, but look, at the end of the day, Fresh, look,
it's a beautiful game. Like I said, I like detail, and that do have a lot of detail. It's just the fact that every time I say, yeah, but Horizon, or I say, oh, but this game look good, if somebody be like, oh yeah, but this better. So look, I'm on.
No. You heard what you just said. Every time you bring up Horizon when someone's talking about Zelda, see, you trying to fight.
Yeah. Listen.
Yeah, like, you trying to fight. You the one trying to fight.
If somebody, it's not about that. It's about if somebody recommend me to play Zelda, I'll be like, oh yeah, I heard about that's cool. Yeah, I played like 5 minutes of it. Then I was like, oh, did you play Horizon Zero Dawn? They go, oh no, Zelda better. They start saying that. That's what I'm talking about. So I got my guard up.
Okay,
but see,
let me point out a quick fact real quick, okay? This is 100%. Anybody will agree with me on this. Horizon is a beautiful looking game.
Mm-hmm.
It is not compared to Zelda. Visually. When it comes to the physics, nothing beats physics as of today, as of the day of the release of that game.
I counter something.
Horizon Zero Dawn has almost no physics.
I don't think you did. I asked you a question. Did you 100% the game?
No, I 50% the game. And just comparing the first 50% of the game of Zelda plus 50% of Horizon, you could tell. I mean, as soon as you start the game, you can tell right away because if you shoot a fire arrow in the water, it just disappears in Horizon. If you shoot it in Zelda, the arrow goes out, the arrow starts to float away, and then you can go and grab it again if you want to.
Yeah, I'm done.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
But
if a monster is there or whatever, he can pick it up.
Yeah. Okay. He can pick up your weapons.
Yeah, he can pick up your weapon.
Let me say this real quickly. Let me just say this real quickly, man. The AI is also impressive in Zelda too. But look. I'm not trying to make this because all I wanted to say, because you got to be careful around Fresh 8-Bit. When you say Zelda, you got to have sword and shield because every time you mention Zelda, the Master Sword. Does that thing break on you too?
Yes, I got the DLC, which I'm about to get the sword. So once you pass the trials on that, and they'll tell you right on the DLC, so it's not a spoiler. Once you get that, your sword becomes like almost indestructible.
Oh, so the DLC, I gotta buy DLC to get an indestructible sword.
Yes.
Yeah,
and you have to pass the trial. You have to pass the trials.
Yeah, I'm super done.
So look, I'm just gonna say this and then walk away. Look, everybody got their own opinions, but Raw, you know us, man. You play Horizon. All I gotta say is you done. That's it. I'm not saying nothing else. I'm not saying nothing else.
Look, I can't wait to play it. But because I'm actually waiting for the Frozen Land, Wildlands, whatever DLC to come out.
8-Bit, dog. Listen, it's not no comparison to Zelda. I'm just saying, Horizon Zero Dawn, dog. I played it the other night, and you was talking about physics. Something opened up for me, dog. I don't know what it was, but look, dog. I think you got to go back in that game.
I'm gonna send you a link. I'm gonna send you a link, Fresh, of a video, very detailed video that shows you the physics comparisons between Breath of the Wild and Horizon. Mm-hmm. And you will see that's just one small fraction of what I just said.
Hold up, is it spoiler filled, bro? Is that video spoiler filled?
No, because all it does is show physics.
Okay, yeah, send that to Fresh. He will love that. Yeah, but anyway, look, we gotta move on. We gotta move on, man.
You're like, oh my god, really? Like,
look, we gotta move on.
Happens like that? Like what?
Thank you, 8-Bit.
And then they show the same thing on Horizon, and it's completely different. Completely different.
Well, listen. You only 50% the game. I'm saying I know what you're saying. I saw that in Horizon, but when you go to a certain point and pass the game, something opens up. Like
Fresh, the physics don't change when you're farther along the game.
Listen, it does. Something changes. The entire game changes when you do something.
Look, fresh. I don't think the game is gonna add that arrow thing not disappearing in 99% of
or
it.
the fact that the fire of the grass doesn't even burn. Like,
yeah, they're not gonna add that.
It's not gonna add
Raw.
that.
Yeah, that's crazy. What? Do they turn the fakeness off like a button? Does like Alloy turn a button off?
Were you playing Horizon? Were you playing in VR and they took the helmet off and now you're in the real world? Is that what happened?
I played it before.
No. He played it and he's saying that look, the game.
I'll tell you what. Next time I talk, I'm gonna jump on Horizon and I'm gonna beat that game.
Beat it, 8-bit, because
and I'm gonna see what you're talking about. I'm gonna play that game all the way. I promise you.
Good. Now look,
since I beat Zelda all the way 100%, I'm gonna beat Horizon.
You beat Zelda 100%? You found all the shrines?
No, I mean the storyline.
Oh, okay.
No, I got pretty close, but now that I'm playing the hard mode, I want to get 100% on it on the hard mode.
On the hard mode, man, I bet you the hard mode pretty fun.
Oh, it's fun. It's very challenging. There's so many times where I'm pulling my hair. I'm like, what? Like, so
yeah, dude. Whoa. When he dies, it's like, and it's like game over. I love, like, look. Anyway,
you become so resourceful when you play in hard mode.
Yeah.
Every little thing you shoot, you think about before you do it.
Hey,
is it worth it? Is it worth it to do that? Like, it's like. Oh, it has me thinking all the time. Like,
yes,
don't
indeed.
waste this. Don't waste that.
Hey, 8-bit.
And it got me cooking a lot more too. I tell you that.
Really?
Oh. Yeah, it got me learn new recipes.
8-bit, Fresh is one.
Go ahead, Fresh.
Hey, you know you can fly the bird in Horizon, right? You can fly it.
Yeah, I saw that thumbnail, dude. That's one thing Zelda don't got. You can't fly birds in Zelda.
What do you mean fly birds?
You can fly the Glinthawks.
Yeah, I saw that in a thumbnail on
Duck, like I saw, yeah.
Yeah, but you can fly. But let me ask you this: can you land on the mountain and get off?
Yes.
Okay, I'll see it when I play it.
Yeah, go ahead, play it, 8-bit.
But I'll still link you. I'll link you that video, Fresh.
You can override it and they can fight for you, dog. That's all I'm saying.
All right, I'll look into that as soon as I get it. It start. Like I said, right now I'm about 50% in.
Don't sleep on it.
I'll tell you this right now. I'm gonna get on that Horizon once that DLC drop out, because my whole thing is I'm so engulfed in Final Fantasy, Destiny 2, and also obviously Zelda. That's what I'm messing with. But anyway.
DLC drop. They ain't make no sense.
No, when the DLC drop, that's gonna allow. I guess you could say that's going to maybe add some updates to the game. You know what I mean? Like you know how games change when expansions come out. You know, like
yeah.
Maybe something might get added. Like hopefully emotes. Like how you can sit in a picture, but you can't sit anytime in the real world. Like that's dumb. Anyway, moving on. In the pictures, photo mode on Horizon, you can lay down, sit, make funny faces. You can do all this in a photo mode, but in the real game, you can't do none of it. It's stupid. Like, why you have it in your photo mode, but not in your game? Your live game. That's dumb.
I think they want you to take the game part serious, probably.
Like, maybe they like, Ally don't sit or lay down. She a robot. I don't know. Maybe that's the spoiler at the end. She rips her face off. She's freaking.
Oh, no.
What's those robots on Terminator? What they call them? The T9s or something? T1s, yeah, man. She's that, bro. Because no way a human can stand up forever and crouch. They back hurting if you crouch for too long. Anyway.
Shoot, even Sonic lays down in Sonic 2.
Yeah, but you gotta let that controller sit there.
Not too bad.
The only game I know for a fact where you can sit down are MMOs. And look,
I remember when I remember that back in the day that they said they thought it was like the most amazing thing.
When you sit,
that Sonic would get bored and sit down and then go to sleep.
Yeah, like look, put detail in your game. Like why not? If I'm a real person, I want to sit down. My legs hurt.
Because
anyway,
Mario and none of the Marios ever did that.
The Mario, well, he went T-Pain on us. Y'all heard that auto-tune?
Now you going T-Pain.
Oh, how you say it? Boots with the fur. How you say it? No, how it goes, fresh.
Ah.
I
Whoa.
don't think that's how it goes. I don't think that's how it goes. Anyway, that's the games we're playing. Write in the comment section what games you are playing. Now, we don't normally do topic of the show on the S series, but to round it all off, this outing together. Okay, guys, look. I know we shouldn't talk about it, but when do you think Sony is going to stop with PS4 original? When you think we're going to get a PS4 Pro original game? Because the Xbox One X is on the horizon. They actually showed off more of Tomb Raider on the X. Of course, it's an old game, but still is impressive that it's running at upscale 4K on the enriched mode. Let's not even talk about the 4K mode, because the 4K mode, sorry about that. The 4K mode, look, it got some frame rate drops. So hopefully they can fix that, because who wants to play in native 4K when the frames dropping left and right, you know? Like if you can't, if you can run games in 4K but not stable, what's the point in trying to do 4K? Anyway, look, the X is coming. Do you think Sony, fellers, are going to answer with a PS5 in 2019, 2020? Or do you think the PS4 Pro will actually get unlocked? What I mean by that, like they're going to drop the normal PS4 in 2019 and 2020 and say, hey, guys, it's been 6 years with PS4. It's time to move on, guys. It's time for a PS4 Pro, and for 2020, they released a PS4 Pro Slim. You know what I'm saying? Not a better PS4 Pro, just a PS4 Pro Slim, a slimmer PS4 Pro. And then in 2023, release of PS5. Now, I know these numbers are scary, but look, PS4 is a big name in the world right now. Sony doesn't even care about the success of Nintendo Switch. Like, the PS4 is so big, it's ridiculously big. People who think that Xbox is catching up, they're dreaming, because the PS4 name is just too big, and it's only going to get bigger with God of War, games like Spider-Man, Days Gone, Detroit Become Human. These exclusives, Dreams. These exclusives, Death Stranding. Like, I can't even keep a sentence going without having to name a new exclusive that's on the horizon. Sucker Punch's new game. Like, the PS4 is too big to let die off, because the PS5 will effectively kill the PS4, right? Because if PS5's out, people are going to say, I guess I got to move on. Or people are going to say, stop buying PS4. You know what I mean? And though you might want to call PS4 Pro, well, look, PS4 Pro is PS4. So, guys, answer that question. Do you think they're going to answer back with a PS5, or will they drop the normal PS4 for PS4 Pro?
You're saying PlayStation 5 is coming out 2023?
I know, I had to throw in what I think, right? I think PS5 is coming out 2023. Why I say that? Because 8-bit, if you think about it, it took 3 years before the Pro came after the PS4 dropped. So PS4 lived for 3 years before its older brother, or they actually his new brother, our cousin, came in town, PS4 Pro. And it's going to be another 3 years until a new iteration of PlayStation. I think that's what Sony's doing. Different iterations of PlayStation every 3 years. And they've been always doing that.
Not after what Thong said.
Well, Thong can go suck some ice, because I think he's lying.
He was right about the PlayStation 4 Slim. He was right about the PlayStation 4 Pro. And now he recently said that PlayStation 5 is releasing 2018. He recently said that.
I know he said it was coming out next year, PS5, but think about it though, 8-bit. If a PS5 comes out, people are going to stop buying PS4. And games, let's remind you, games that were shown for the PS4 back in 2014 are still not out yet. Our games that were shown in 2015 or 16, like those games for the PS4 are still not out yet. Like, my whole thing is, if you put a PS5 out next year, Of course, that combat Scorpio and our Xbox One X. And also, we hear that the next generation of PCs are starting next year. So it would make sense that Sony releases a new PS4, a PS5. But if you think about it, if they release a PS5 stronger than the X, that junk might be $600. And I'm sorry, Sony doesn't want to look. I know everybody's praising the iPhone X, but a lot of people are saying that $1,000 though. And I look, if the PS5 comes out and it says 4K 60 easy, no compromises, and it proves it with new games and also games like Uncharted and Horizon running at 60. Like we got PS5 patches for Horizon and Uncharted and God of War and Spider-Man, all at 60, 4K easy. If it's strong enough to do those games at 4K 60 easy, it's not gonna be no 500. It definitely ain't gonna be no $399.
Well, look, I'm just tell you right now. If you wait for PS5 in 2018, because the proof is in the pudding. You gotta understand, the majority of people have base PS4s. There's not that many people that have a PS4 Pro. So, I believe when at least 50% of those people, or at least 40%, start getting a Pro, then I'll say like about 3 or 4 years down the road, PS5 will come out. But like you said, Raw, God of War ain't even come out yet. Detroit, Lord knows when Days Gone coming out. And you got to think about it. A PS5, you got to think about not only the architecture of what it might be. You got to think about these developers. You got to think about, are they willing to actually start working on that right now? They haven't even got projects out the way that they built from the ground up on PS4 yet.
Let me interrupt you. I love what you said about the developers about PS4 Pro. Me and you was off mic, and you said these developers like, what's wrong with y'all? Y'all putting out a Pro? What you doing this for? We got this on normal PS4. What you doing? What you doing, Sony? We don't need a Pro. And I really believe what you said it holds some truth. But continue.
Yeah, like I said, those games haven't even dropped yet, and the thing is, whatever the dude Thong saying, I believe that whatever information he's gotten, I believe that was in the cards. It was, but I believe Pro played it safe as far as, okay, we gonna bring out a console. It's basically mid-generation. Let's think about like Pro is a mid-generation console. It is in the middle of PS4. That's the mid-generation of the PS4. It's PS4 Pro. So a PS5, to be honest, we shouldn't even be talking about it because we haven't even got the full power of the Pro yet. We haven't even gotten some of these games enhanced. Where's my reason for getting the Pro at? Let's start thinking about that before we start talking about PS5. Because if you can't even bring games up on the PS4 Pro, what makes me think that you can even handle what the PS5 technology can do? You know what I'm saying? So show me on the Pro that you could bring these games and enhance these games on here before we start talking about that. So we gotta wait for a while before that PS5. And like you said, the brand is blowing up on PS4. They did so well with the promotional, what you call it? They did so good with the promotional moves and all that. And I believe, man, if PS5 do come out next year, that's not only that's suicide. That's a deadly suicide right there, dog. Because you telling me
there'll be
games coming out.
The only good thing about PS5 coming out next year would be, hey, we're stronger than Xbox One X, guys. But that price, I'm sorry, is not gonna be no $399 like everybody likes it.
Now, what if they announce it next year and release it the next year?
You talking about 2019? See, the problem with that ideal is you're killing off Pro sales. People are going to say, don't buy the Pro. PS5 is next year, and like Fresh said, people are still not sold on the Pro. Like my whole thing is, like Fresh said, also, okay, the Pro is a 2 times stronger PS4. It's a 2 times stronger PS4. It's still though, if games was only focused on the Pro, me and 8-Bit talked about how PS4 Pro is next gen in disguise, and how Xbox One X is next gen in disguise. Like, I really truly believe that Sony should and will drop the normal PS4 in 2019 or 2020 and say, guys, it's time to get a Pro, guys. Is that like this is why you want a Pro. This is how you sell a Pro. Exclusives. There's games that are only going to be on the Pro in 2020. Now, they will still have games that are on both PS4 and PS4 Pro, but you'll start seeing exclusive Pro games in 20. And why I say this, not only is it smart as a business move, because you know you're not spending more money on AMD and also advertisements with a PS5. You got a Pro already. You got this thing people can pick up today. In 2020, you can have a slimmer version of the Pro. And you know what? The only thing they might add to it is a Ultra 4K Blu-ray drive. That's probably the only difference, a Pro in 2020 versus a Pro in 2017.
I would like to see that, but here's the thing. See, PlayStation has the install base is so big through all platforms. Just the sales of the base PS4, Lord knows what the slim sales is like, and then you got the PS4 Pro people. I don't know what they sales are, but definitely not up there with the base PS4. But I think these developers aren't going to work on an exclusive Pro game if they know their game is not going to sell on that particular console. If it's not going to be in the dog, I don't think so.
You talking about me?
If they only making it on the Pro, I don't think developers are going to actually hurt themselves like that. You got to
listen though. In 2020, that's going to be 6 years. The PS4 original is going to be 6 years old. I believe that developers are going to be happy to jump off that to the Pro.
Well, I think
2019.
Well, I think 2020 is definitely a PlayStation 5 announcement. That's a new start. Yeah. 2020 is a new start. 2020 is a new start, and they will say that. They will say that on stage. I believe that it's a new start for PlayStation, and they represent the future. PS4 Pro was just to hold you off because let's be honest, PS4 Pro is a fad. It's a fad because of 4K. 4K is a thing, so they had to release something that hold 4K to have their product sell because they need money. They're not rich as Microsoft, so they have to sell something that's going to give them like, all right, we selling this now. It's not our console that's like this is the beast. Like we're not going to do that until later. But this is just for right now. The whole people off because it's 4K, 4K that. So we want to keep the gamers happy. You know what I'm saying? So because Xbox was going to do it anyway. They knew they was going to make that move, but they wanted to make that move first because 4K in the building, and we got the 4K on our console. That's why Sony wanted to make that move first with Pro. So Pro is a fad right now. It honestly is. It really is. So PS5 is the true next generation console for 2020. I believe that. It's just a new start. It just makes sense.
It does make sense. 8-Bit, you got anything to say? Mr. Ghost Town? What happened, 8-Bit? I threw you the rock and it bounced off your forehead.
8-Bit.
Hello?
Yeah, 8-Bit. I was saying, you have anything to say about this?
I'm sorry. I was on a phone call with my sister. I thought it was an emergency. She never calls.
Whoa. Is she all right, bro?
No, she's fine. She's fine.
Oh. She just said, how you doing?
Her emergency was her computer. She wanted me to shut down her computer from my computer.
Wow.
I'm like, okay, just give me 5 seconds. I'm in the middle of a podcast right now. So, yeah, I'm sorry. What was the question?
Well, okay. Simply, do you think PS4? When do you think the OG PS4 is gonna be stop being the primary? Because right now it's PS4 Slim, right? When do you think the normal PS4 is gonna be like, hey, stop that?
When I think when the certain amount of 4K TVs are in homes. When
do you think that would be?
I'd say the end of 18 or somewhere in the 2019.
Okay. Yeah, he's kind of true on that because look, 4K might be on everybody's tongue when it comes to the gaming world, and when it comes to YouTubes and stuff, we down to earth, we ears to the ground. But in reality, dude, like you say 4K, I'm talking to managers, people that make more money than me at my job. They like, man, that's out of my budget. Now, obviously, I tell them you can get cheap 4Ks, but obviously that's not the best way to go. If you're gonna get a 4K TV, you might as well get a good one, right? Kind of like PC
with HDR, of course.
Exactly, because there'll be a useless 4K television with some sorry colors. So yeah, like a lot of people still are kind of staying away from 4K, and I think at the end of 2018, 4K, because we still got football shot in 1080p cameras. You know what I mean? Like that's NFL, yo. That's NFL money. Still on 1080p cameras. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, pro is the definition of a fad as far as a console. Like, and that's not a bad thing. I'm not saying, oh, everybody wastes their money. I'm not saying that. It's just the fact that
everybody wastes money on these 4K TVs.
Yeah, because if that's the case, if they knew this technology was coming, PS4 original would have waited. Like, I'm sorry, it would have waited at least 1 year. And they had 4K around, but it wasn't in nobody's homes like that. Rare. It was a rare thing. Definitely. But
hey, I want to ask 8-Bit, do you
4K is on the NFL? What do you mean?
Hold up. No, man. I don't think those I don't think they use 4K cameras for NFL.
No, it's 4K because my uncle's like big time into sports, and I go over there and he's watching his 4K TV, and he says he has to pay a little bit more to get the 4K sports.
Oh, so it's not okay. So it's there, but you got to pay a little bit more. See, that's what I'm saying. See, we're watching 1080p then. So they are shooting it in 4K, but you got to pay extra to see it.
Yeah, and I've seen it myself, and you can see every grass.
See, it's not normal then, right? Like 4K is still out of reach then. Like 4K is not the norm.
I get, for sports fans. Well, I don't know, because a lot of sports fans, they always want to see it. They're all about the big screen, and they want to have parties within your house, and and he's always talking about how my friend got a bigger TV, he got a 4K, and this and that, and he knows about TVs as much as I do almost because he watches sports.
Yeah,
apparently that's like a big thing too. If you're able to watch it in 4K and HDR, which now that's available too.
And didn't they do that with the fight with Mayweather and that one dude? Like,
yes, they did.
They charge you more for the higher resolution. So look,
I think instead of it being, I think it's an extra like 10% or something like that, or 20%.
Yeah, like it's still out of reach, is what I'm saying. It's not the norm.
Yeah, right, it's not the norm. Correct. Yeah.
Well, okay. Look, it is the norm as far as the public, of wanting it. You know what I'm saying? And look, gaming, it is the norm. I'm sorry.
No, it's not.
It is the norm in gaming. You don't think so? You telling me that nobody not screaming for 4K?
Look, I'm not talking about fantasy. I'm talking about reality. I'm talking about what's here and what's now. Like when I say the norm, I mean, y'all hear me?
Yeah.
I said when I'm talking about you cutting off, Fresh. You don't hear me?
I hear you.
Good, thank you, 8-Bit. But look. Yeah, Fresh is cutting out. Yo, Fresh, you all right? If you need to drop out and join back in, do so.
Can't hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you now.
Okay. All right,
Well, that's what I'm just saying this, Fresh. Like the norm as far as reality goes, like, is out of reach still. And in gaming, like you got games like new games that are coming out that we are finding out are better going for 60 FPS than 1080p. That's what I hear the public yelling for in every YouTube video known to man. Everybody who's not an Xbox enthusiast are saying 60 FPS over 4K. If you love Xbox, obviously you're saying 4K because that's what your console is being touted to do. But everybody else, they're saying 60 FPS. They rather 1080p, 60 FPS. And look at Mario coming out later this year. It's going to be 900p, I believe, on dock mode and 720p on handheld mode and that's 60 FPS. Like that's what I hear gamers are now saying.
I see what you're saying. So, and as far as the gaming spectrum, I feel like when it comes to these developers, I believe 4K is just optional for your game. If you want 4K is right there, but I feel like 1080p is the norm. Definitely, of course, that's default. But I believe 4K right now is optional, and I don't think 4K is going to be the norm until. But do you know when HD came in the cards? Was that like 2004?
Now, when you say HD, do you mean 1080p?
Yeah.
I mean, like just high definition.
When 1080p first came out, they considered that HD.
Yep.
Okay, that was it. All right. So what year was that? Do you have any idea what year that was? Because I remember it was like I got my first HD TV when Heavy Rain came out. To be honest with you, and that was 2010.
Let's see here.
4? 2000? No, I wasn't 2004. I'm sorry. 2000, probably 2006 or 2007.
1998.
Hey, hold up. When 1080p came out, was that for cameras or TV?
That is for TVs.
I think that was out of reach, though.
It was actually 1080i.
Okay. What year was that again?
The next year, it was 1080p.
Okay. So how long from that date to when 1080p became normal?
What year was that?
1998.
Yeah, so 1998. See that first?
2001 was considered normal.
2001. Okay, so see how many years passed before it became normal, you know?
Like 2020, 4K should be the normal.
But keep this in mind, too, though. Technology is moving a lot faster than it did before.
You're right. I'm just saying 2019, by the end of 2018, I'm going to stick with 8-Bit's suggestion or thoughts. That's going to be when 4K is going to be normal. And I think
now with all the social media and stuff like that, and you know, we're all connected more than we've ever been before. I think it's getting out there a lot quicker.
And I was keeping it safe and saying PS5 in 2023. I know that's bizarre, but to be realistic, you guys might be on the right track. 2019, 2020 PS5 drops.
I think 2023 will be PlayStation 6.
You think that technology gonna move that fast? Every 3 years we get a new PlayStation?
Hey, you know, it's happening. I mean, you got it with smartphones.
Yeah.
I think eventually it's going to become, as long as they're backwards compatible, I think you're going to see them a lot closer than you used to.
Yeah.
The next Xbox will be in 2020. I'm sorry. People think that the X is going to hold them over for a long. No, Phil Spencer already hinted that that's not the last.
They said they're already working on the next one.
Yeah, dude. Like 2020 is going to be the next Xbox.
I'm telling you, man. They're going to start coming out like cell phones.
They're going to come out every year, dude. Yeah, I'm done. When that
year, but I'd say maybe every 2 or 3 years they'll be coming out with a new one.
But you know what though? You know what? At least let me sell my console for a good price. So let's say every console come out for like $500. Let me next year sell my console for at least $300.
Easy, you know? I believe as far as gaming, 4K gonna be the norm in 2020.
Let me be honest with you. I pay $200 a year to get a new, stronger console. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna even lie to you, because my whole thing is this. You know, as long as my games are moving with me, I'm not gonna have to worry about software. I'm gonna be set with software. In Xboxes, that's how they're gonna do it, and that's a very attractive. But PlayStation, when they said, the only reason why I said 2023 is because they said when they do next gen, is a reset button. That's what Sony said, and Shuhei said, and Mark Sony. So that's why I said 2023, because when PS5 comes out, that's a delete. That's delete PS4.
Here's your 23 right here. Because but as far as that, 4K gonna be the norm in 2020. I feel like that's as far as gaming, that's gonna be the norm in
2020 is going to definitely say everybody have a 4K TV in their house. Yeah, I definitely agree.
So as far as your 2023 thing go, I think in 2023 or from 2023 to 2025, between that time period, I believe PS4 will be dropped. That's when PS4 gonna be dropped, and PS5 will be the main course meal. That's it.
Yeah. So you think the PS5 will be backwards compatible? Because like I said, Sony is all about that reset button. Microsoft is about that carrier games all over one family bull crap. Actually, that's not bull crap. Salute you, Phil.
Look, I'm surprised they even got PS2 games on PS4, even just some. I believe PS5 is literally going to be just about PS5. No strings attached.
See, that's why I say 2023 when PS5 drops, because if it's a reset button, delete PS4, then developers are gonna have to make like 3 extra versions, right? The PS4, PS4 Pro, and PS5. They're gonna have to make 3 versions.
You see right now that say 2020 at the end of his trailer.
8-Bit had to say something. 8-Bit, what'd you say?
No, I don't think, as long as the fact that Xbox, I think it depends how long the Xbox X is going to hold on to the original Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on them. I think if they are going to hold on to them that long, I think the PlayStation 5 is going to be backwards compatible, and they're going to hold on to that until Xbox gives in or something.
I hear you.
They might do it for
Xbox. Keep doing that and have all backward compatible while PlayStation 5 can't do that.
Okay, well, real quickly because we gotta start wrapping it up.
Okay.
Going through the panel, going from 8-bit. Give me a date when PS5 drops, and give me a date when PS4 is no more.
I'd say 2019 will be the release of PlayStation 5.
Mm-hmm.
And the end of PlayStation 4 and Pro, because they'd have to get rid of both, will be 2021.
Okay. Hey, Fresh?
Give it a few years before.
Give it 3 years? All right. Go ahead, Fresh.
Release date of PS5, 2020, November 10th, 2020. The end of PlayStation 4 and PS4 Pro, 2023.
2023 PS5 drops. 2019, 2020, they start to tell us, hey, Pro only, and we start to see Pro exclusives. And 2023 also is when the Pro is going to stop getting supported by Sony. Now, third parties, let me say this: third parties are going to support all these consoles as long as they think they can squeeze money out of them. But as far as Sony support is going to end for the OG PS4 in 2019, 2020, and Pro support, all that stuff, they're going to slowly phase it out before PS5 in 2023. And write in the comment section what you think of those questions. When you think PS5 is going to come out, and when you think PS4 is going to die out. I would love to hear everyone's thoughts. But guys, we've reached the end of Gaming Talk 47S. Thank you everybody for joining me. Woo!
That was cool. That was a good talk.
I'm glad you guys was available.
Yeah.
And viewers, remember we do this at 5 p.m. U.S. Central Time. Please join us. And also remember in the description you can get us on iTunes, Stitcher, and also SoundCloud. Please get in there, rate us, and listen. Because look, we do this for fun, but we also do this for you. 8-bit, you're up. Tell the people where they can find you. Say bye to the folks.
You guys can find me on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and it's always an awesome time. I will always say it. Awesome time to be with you guys and chat with you guys here on Gaming Talk.
Yes.
It's always a good time. What is that? Someone's coming.
Oh, you about to say may the geek be?
Nope, not yet. And plus, I went ahead and started hearing us on Stitcher.
Do we sound sad?
Yeah, no, you guys. It sounds good. What are you talking about?
Oh,
I
right.
like Stitcher.
I
never knew about Stitcher, so now I do.
Awesome. You went into the description, right? The link is right there.
I did. On the link, the description below, I push on that, and it shows us all our Gaming Talk episodes in there. It's pretty nice and organized there.
Really? Awesome.
Yep, love it.
Nice.
But until next time, Geekins, may the geek be with you.
Always.
Always. That's right.
Oh, yeah. My homie 8-bit. Look, check out his channel. Subscribe to his channel. Make sure you blow off the cobwebs, and if a spider jumps on you, just shoot it like Farpoint. You know, Farpoint with them spiders, man. Like,
oh no.
Look, at the end of the day, they get on there, talk about something.
Will do, sir.
Yeah, man. Stream some Fortnite. Please download it on PS4. Anyway, that's 8-bit in the description. Go and check him out. # like all his content. Fresh your upsell. I'm about to say sell the people, but tell the people. Yeah, that's some slavery. But tell the people bye.
Y'all already know where to find me at. PrinceThaGamer on Twitter. Subscribe to my channel. It was a good talk. I enjoyed this one. It was very in depth as far as the conversation and tech and TVs and all that. I have fun. Always it's always fun to hang out with you guys, man. Talking and chatting about gaming, man. Look, I appreciate it, man. That's all I'm saying.
Thanks.
It's fun.
It's always fun, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, thank you.
I hope y'all enjoyed. What episode is this? 47S. I thought.
No, next week, 48.
All right. We see you guys next week, God willing.
God willing, yeah. Thank you, Fresh PrinceThaGamer. Hashtag like all his content in the description. You can find him. You know what? Shout out to all my new subscribers that jumped on. And thank you, everybody who tuned into this episode and who are listening to us on Stitcher and all that other stuff. In the description of this video, you can do that. But yeah, that's all she wrote. This has been Raw, coming at you raw.
And don't do drugs, kids.
You just gotta just like jump in when I say pieces, man. You know how I say bye to the folk. You just
raw when you say raw, that's it.
Nah, man, you can't just pieces, everyone, pieces.